Hey there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hopefully the other two will be here soon. I'm posting them the link now.
Okay.
No, not the pad, a hat. Goodness gracious. Oh. How's your day been?
Mondays are busy for me. I lead the women's Bible study at my church on Mondays, so I
That's cool.
just got back and trying to reorganize my thoughts from
From that to
from
this,
from
right?
Hebrews to to marketing.
Yeah. Understood. So, anyway, I thought it was a great idea. So, but, everything we do, the three of us have to be a consensus on. So, we're and they pretty much liked everything you put. They just I think they had some questions.
No, and that's fine. I completely understand. If
Yeah.
you've got too many people doing too many different things, it gets
Well, and
chaotic.
not only that, they're not as tech savvy as we are. So they don't know how any of this stuff works, and I can try to explain it to them, but I'm more techie than non-techie, so my explanations make absolutely no sense to them. It probably confuse them worse than you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I start saying things like, we need to get an email server and come up with a good, to try to tell them which company's best to use for the actual, you know, videos and all of that, and their eyes just kind of glaze over. So it's like, let me get somebody who speaks more your language, but knows what it is that we need to do. So, um, and then of course the biggest concern all of them have is cost. Just,
Yes.
just to let you know, because everything we're doing right now, we're doing by the skin of our teeth. I mean, for the most part, everything that we don't have money in the account to cover, one of the three of us are covering it out of our pockets. So, and right now we're in a good shape. I mean, we have enough to finish paying off the deposit on the hotel, which is good because last week we weren't sure we were going to have that. So, but due to some things that Mary's been doing, and and of course, this has the potential to help with fundraising too. So, I
Exactly.
mean,
That's why I was so big on getting it started right away, because the sooner you guys get this
right.
going, the sooner you
Well,
have potential to make more money before the conference to pay for
and
some of this.
and not only that, but with the direction we're wanting to take the network, overall into actually becoming known for being the place where Christian authors can come and find out how to do the indie stuff. We actually need to start building that reputation even before the conference. I mean, the conference will help with that, but the truth is we would have less issues with how many people are signing up for the conference if people already saw us as more than just a social group. So, you know, which I've been trying to tell them for a year, but I mean, it's not telling them that's the issue. It's getting them to see, yes, it's going to cost us out of our pocket this year, but the potential is, you know, by this time next year, we won't have to, and even by conference time, if we do this right, we won't have to worry about those things.
Definitely.
So, you know, and it's just, I mean, it's hard when all of us are struggling as it is. So, and I don't know, they were all telling me how ready they were for this thing 5 minutes ago, and now I can't find any of them. Which is, of course, the way it always goes.
Yes. We did say 2 o'clock, so they've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, Sam just texted that she just got back online, so it'll take her about 10 to get her computer up and running right, because she's still using an ancient one. So,
Well, I understand that. My internet. We moved from Denver, Colorado to a really small town in Texas a couple of years ago, and I am not used to the difference in the internet yet. It's
Yeah,
just mind-blowing. I'm like, if you click that, it should go.
that was one of the reasons that we were so happy to come back home a few years ago, was because where we were in Florida, internet was, it wasn't dial up, but it may as well have been.
Yeah.
You know, and the only way to get better internet was with a satellite, and even then, the
That's
limits.
spotty.
Well, the limits are outrageous. I mean, it's, yeah, you have this blazing fast internet until you upload one book, and then for the rest of the month you have nothing. You know? I mean, slower than DSL. So it was like, we came back here and had three choices to make. Did we want DSL? Did we want cable? Did we want, you know, this new company that's out here? And we tried them all before we finally just decided suddenly, though they're expensive, is, I mean, I have under 50 meg normally, unless 15 people in my apartment building get on at the same time, which, that's the one
Yeah.
thing that everybody doesn't get about cable internet, is that the more people that are on in your area on your trunk line, the less speed you have.
Yes.
So, it's great at this time of the day when everybody's still at work. Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hey.
But it's horrible come the evening when everybody gets home. So, Sam is on her way. She was at her mom's and is running back over to the house to jump on the computer. So, yeah, Nathan.
I'm eating my
What?
lunch. You guys just have to eat with me, sorry.
What? I guess you did. So we're babysitting this afternoon ourselves. So it's been fun. Jen, I thought you were going to be alone today.
Yeah, well, you know how that goes.
Your house is as noisy as ever.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I think
Tell,
we all understand that.
tell Cole no more crying, or I'm coming through
That's
the.
not Cole, that's Killian, that's the baby.
That's even worse.
You know, he's not happy because Mama's trying to feed him some cereal.
Oh
And
well,
he's a booby baby. He doesn't
I,
he's not
aren't
into that.
aren't they all? Oh goodness. So I was telling Heather that we really like the ideas that she put. We just had a few questions and needed expertise that I'm not good at explaining.
We just need to get it started.
Well, and that too. So, which is, I guess, the biggest question that we're going to have for you is, how do we go about getting all this up and running ASAP? So,
Well, I can definitely help with that.
yeah, we kind of figured that. So, and thank you and Kelly both for being willing to, share your expertise with us on this stuff. So that's quite helpful, truthfully.
Well, that's why I do what I do.
Well, that sounds like a familiar statement. I should have patented it while I had the chance. Oh.
So how do we get started, Heather? What do we need to do to get started doing this?
Well, I think the first thing will be to get the mailing list just set up and get it on your website, because as soon as you have that, you can start getting people subscribed to it and using that list to your advantage to advertise a conference, to start getting an income coming in from affiliate sales and stuff like that.
Okay, and how would you suggest we do that?
Well, the first thing is to choose an email list provider, because you can't use just Gmail.
Right.
Some laws and stuff like that. You can get into a lot of trouble that way. So I recommend either Traffic Wave, which is what we use for our training authors website, because
Okay.
it's one set fee. It's $17.95 a month, every month, no matter how many subscribers you get, no matter how
Oh,
many emails you want to send out, anything.
Hi, Sam.
hey, Sam. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Who was that again?
Hello. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Traffic wave?
Traffic Wave.
Traffic Wave.
Traffic wave, okay.
And the other one that, well, I use Rapid Mailer for my other websites, but it's a WordPress plugin, so it probably won't work for you guys because you use the other site.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would recommend Traffic Wave. And you've got a 30-day free trial with that, so you can set it up and get stuff rolling before you actually have to start paying, which is really helpful for saving on your budget until you've got something to pay with it for.
Well, I mean, right now we're good that way, thankfully. I mean, we are above what we need to have. So, and it's, what'd you say, 18 a month?
Yeah, essentially. And I still use the free trial, though, because it'll save you money.
Right, yeah, no, definitely. We always,
Yeah.
we're real big on whatever we can get for free for as long as we can get it for free. So, okay, we will definitely, so we set that up, and then we do what on the website to draw potential signers?
Well, Traffic Wave will give you a form that you can just embed into the website where they can sign up.
Okay.
And I would recommend embedding that in multiple different places. You could put it in the sidebar if you've got one, or just on just a dedicated page. Definitely just say newsletter and put the sign up on there so that people know that that's where they can go just to get into that. And you can advertise, like if you're going to do the webinar, you could say sign up to get access to this webinar. You'll let them know why they should sign up, what they're going to be getting.
Gotcha.
And then you can start advertising that page on your website. But you can also put it on the main page or the main authors page so they know that they can sign up there as well if they don't go to the specific newsletter page.
Gotcha. So for us, probably we're going to want to put it on the main page, on our landing page, as well as on the conference landing page, as well as the author's landing page. So at the very least, right?
At the very least.
Yeah. And
and if you start a blog, I don't know if you go to trainingauthors.com, you can see at the bottom of every single one of our blog posts, we've got the sign up for our newsletter.
Yeah, no, I'm in your newsletter, so I very well remember how all of that worked out. So
We'd like to get somebody blogging monthly for us. It's just hard to get people to cooperate.
Yeah, we need to. Well, and maybe. Yeah, exactly. So we can definitely work on that too. So all right, so we get the newsletter set up. The newsletter we've got, I mean, we've got the paper, which we can use as a newsletter, which is, so that helps us already. I mean, that's one factor that we have, and setting it up with Traffic Wave, which I'll go and take care of that as soon as we get done here, ladies. So, you know, I'll get it set up, and Sam, once it's set up, I'll send you all the links and stuff so you can put it on the site. And
we might be able to put it in the footer somehow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, there has to be a way to do that. We just need to do a little playing around.
I was going to make a suggestion. Since we want to use our newsletter, our newspaper.
Right.
I was going to suggest this to you earlier, Sam. Why don't we make it monthly? And that way there's not so much work to be done on it, and we can go ahead and start incorporating it and use what we have. And then it'll be easier on all of us to try and keep up with it monthly.
That might be better, and monthly might be more, you know, you might get more of an audience if it's a monthly thing instead of a weekly thing.
Well, and not only that, but it gives us more time to get more
content.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of having to have somebody write something weekly. So
that's a great idea. We went from daily to weekly, so yeah, that's a great idea. Go from, and I'm hoping my aunt's going to be helping a lot on some of these things too. Once she gets she's not very Facebook oriented, so she's got like a learning curve here.
Gotcha. Heather, so we go from there. Let's say we get that all set up. What's the next step?
Well, I would definitely add some. Well, I would recommend autoresponders. That way, when people sign up for your list, you know, they get an email the first day they sign up saying, you know, thank you for subscribing. And if you're doing a webinar, here's your free access, or here's how you access that. And then you could do like 2 days later or a week later, you could say, did you hear about our conference? Here's some information about that. Here's why you should sign up and come. And a week later than that, you could do, here's just some free resources for authors that we recommend. And then you can also incorporate some affiliate marketing into that, which is what I was trying to tell you about in the message I sent you, where you could recommend, these are the tools for authors that we recommend. Not all of them are free.
Yeah, I see them. You see them too, don't you?
I'm on Skype.
Well, tell them to call you back.
We'll talk about dinner in a bit, okay? I'll get something. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Are you going to get something?
We'll get something, okay?
Yeah, I see them. Do you see them? Yeah, okay. We're being clapped for.
Hi, Alexander.
Yeah, grandbabies have showed up. So.
Hi. Hi, dude. Look at you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you get an autoresponder? I've never used one of those. Is that something that just like an HTML kind of plug-in something, or?
Well, with Traffic Wave, it's all built in. So you can send out either broadcast messages, which would be like your paper, where you could send that out to them, or you can send out autoresponders, where you just set it up one time and it just goes out to whoever subscribes. It's just automated, essentially, so you just don't have to worry about it.
It's kind of like...
That's all part of Traffic Wave.
It's kind of like what we do with, or what some people do with tweets and all of that using those other companies, right? I mean,
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't think of the name of it right now.
There's Hootsuite and Gremlin and all those.
Yeah,
but
that's it. Yeah. So, but it's basically the same thing, only it just goes to our
your mailing
email
list,
list.
whoever subscribed.
Right. Yeah.
And that will help you with the CAN spam act because that you've got permission to email them. They can unsubscribe if they want to. New people can subscribe without you adding them. It's all automated, and it's really helpful because it saves you a ton of time.
And work. Because you said, literally, you set it up once, you go and update it, every month or every couple of months, or anytime you have something new coming along, and other than that, it just does it automatically, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so for ours, we add all of our autoresponders on it. We just let it go, and then whoever subscribes, like if they subscribe a year from now, they're going to get the email that we set up 3 years ago. It's just, it's there, it's done forever, unless you go back in and change it if you have to.
Is this sort of the same thing like MailChimp, except for just better? Have y'all ever used
pretty much.
MailChimp?
MailChimp is more expensive, essentially, in the long run. It starts out cheaper, but then it gets more expensive as you get more subscribers. And if you guys want to have a whole bunch of subscribers, Traffic Wave, I think, is definitely the way to go.
I may be switching.
We started off with Aweber, and it was crazy expensive because on our ministry lists we have thousands and thousands of people, and they charge you per email you send out. So if you send out more than 1,000 emails, the cost goes up, and it just kept getting more and more expensive. We were paying hundreds of dollars instead of 18. So in the long run, I think Traffic Wave, it's better. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that some of the other ones have, but it's got enough, and it's really all you need.
Well, yeah, and we don't need all the bells and whistles. As a matter of fact, truthfully...
No, I actually find MailChimp kind of complicated.
Well, and not only that, if you get several of these from several different places, the places with bells and whistles, you get way too much content bombarded at you constantly. So, I agree. Simple's never a bad thing.
Let me ask a question.
Sure.
So what do we need to do to start building our email list? I mean, do we need to have some kind of a drive? It's like what Heather was saying, offer a webinar or something to get people to sign up. How can we get that going?
Go ahead.
The best thing to do is offer a free gift of some sort, and that could be, you could just do a free webinar for your subscribers. That's how we started ours, where we just did a webinar, and if you were on our mailing list, you got to come for free, and then anybody that signed up afterwards got the free replay of it. But the only way you get that webinar was to be on our mailing list. But you could also do a free author training or a free, you could do really anything. I know a lot of fiction authors that do free chapters from their books or something. I'm sorry, the school is calling me. Hang on just a moment.
Sure.
Wait. Boys, be quiet. If it ain't children, it's dogs.
Welcome to my house.
Or trains. We do have trains too, so.
Nathan, it's too late. The doctor's done. They're done at the doctor. Why do you want to go get a shot at the doctors?
I've never heard that one.
No, that's a new one.
He'd rather have a shot than go to school, is what he's saying. Well, you're almost done with school. You only got a few more days, and then you get 2 weeks off.
What's the name of these people we're going to be using so I can just Google them and look at them?
Trafficwave.com.
Trafficwave.net.
Yeah, .net.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry. So, and I honestly am thinking, are you back now?
I am. Sorry, yes.
Okay. I know you offered to do us a free webinar, and I think that would be an awesome first step for us.
Thank you, Heather. That would be great.
Yeah. What would you offer one on?
See, that I was going to ask you what you would prefer one on, because you know you're following better than I do. I just know what I see in the Facebook group, because that's how I connected with all of you.
And the truth is, that's, I mean, you know, the actual CIA page is where we get most of our ideas from, is just listening to what, or you know, listening with our eyes to what people are asking.
Yeah.
So, and the majority, truthfully, the majority of things that we're hearing right now are just basic beginner level. I mean, pick any beginner level topic on self-publishing or marketing, and
I was going to say marketing.
That was what I was going to say.
I mean, you know, the biggest thing this week that I've been that's been trending, at least on the main group, is, hold on, let me go back. I don't want to say this and be wrong, but I mean, it seems like the biggest thing everybody's concerned with is ENT and how effective or ineffective it actually is.
That's what, kind of along the lines that I was thinking. You know, we talked about me doing a thing on the 10 best free marketing techniques, and some paid ones too, or some economical ones. So I think that would probably be a good webinar to draw people in, to get them started, is saying, hey, here's some free marketing tips for you, economical and free. You know, and we could talk about how ENT works and how BookBub works and those kinds of things.
Yeah, because I mean, we're constantly getting bombarded over and over again with the exact same questions, which is, which of these is the best to use? You know, are they effective? Are they not effective? I mean, that seems to be, and it's, of course, by all of these people that are now joining us because they're coming to the conference. So, I mean, if you'll notice, most of the new conversations that we're having, that are happening, are all new people. I mean, they're all conference people who have since signed up for the main group, or, you know.
Yeah, and you can definitely, if we use those, if we sign up, or if you guys sign up for the affiliate programs for BookBub, or that's BookBucks that has an affiliate program, just check them out and see if they have affiliate programs. You can use your affiliate links in the webinar to generate money from that as well.
Yeah, send me. You said something about you had like a list of affiliates. If you'll email that to me,
okay,
or to the CIA website email address. Either one, either mine or the CIA's. That way we can go through those. I mean, we've already set up our Amazon affiliate, and actually our own affiliate store that I'm working very hard on trying to build many different pages to. So, I mean, we've already got one on the contest that's got all the contest finalists in it. We've already got one on our cover of the month for the readers group that has all the entries from last month's cover contest, and I'm working on next month's cover contest. And then we want to do one with all the authorized.
Generated.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing is that, you know, all we have to do is just put this link up every time we're talking about those books, and takes them straight to that store. Even if they are on that store and start doing an Amazon search, we still get affiliate links if they're doing it from the search on our store. So,
Right.
I mean, all of that is helpful to us. I mean, the truth is we have $8 coming this month from that store. It's not a lot, but considering we didn't put a whole lot of links up. Exactly. You know, I mean, I just got notification of it just the other day. So, and until
really good. I've been an affiliate for 2 years, and I've got 12 cents, so that's really good.
So, well, I mean, what that means is that people wanted the books either from the book covers or from the contest, and they went to the store instead of just going to Amazon, which is great for us. So,
well, actually, it means that they went through your bookstore to Amazon and bought something. It might not have been that book, because if you go directly to Amazon, you get anything, affiliate income on anything they buy during that trip. So if they bought pills that cost $100, you get a huge income off of that. I've got that before, and I'm like, I didn't advertise that.
Which is, you know, one of the things I didn't say when we put up the store, but that we definitely made sure was available, is that there's that search box right at the top of our affiliate store, so they can search for anything on Amazon while they're at the store.
We need to do that. We need to do that because I myself am wasting money. I order at least $100 of stuff a month from Amazon. We get fish food, dog food.
We
need to really push
order
that.
so much stuff from Amazon. It's unbelievable. We have boxes coming. We get at least 3 deliveries from Amazon a week here.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to really push that. That hey, if you're going to order it, use our affiliate link and help support the content.
Exactly.
I'm glad I know that now. I didn't know that before. Well, I will do that because we go through Amazon a lot.
As long as you go to our affiliate store first and do the search box from there, anything you buy, we get affiliate money for it. It's not a lot per anything you order, but it obviously it adds up. I mean,
it's got to add up for us. Like I said, we get 3 boxes from Amazon a week, or something for whatever. I mean, just pretty much anything we need, we buy on Amazon.
That's the way we are too. We get our dog food. We get bagged dog food treats. Either there or
Walmart. Everything.
Walmart affiliate do they have one we could use from Walmart too?
You know what? I don't know, but do they?
I think they do.
All right. Well, there you go.
We need to look into that.
I tell you, as much online shopping as I do, we could make money off me.
Yeah, I will do that. I will check on that this week on Walmart and some of the other online stores like that.
I've got one from Sandy, but I don't know if you can use it as a group like that. We use it personally. I mean, I've made like $6 back already, but I would be more than happy to add that. You know, if there's a link for it, I forget what they call it, but we'll try to work that out and get the best one we can and get that set up.
I agree.
Just know that whoever has the affiliate account can't buy through those links.
Exactly.
The rest of you can, but whoever actually has it.
Yeah, it doesn't do me any good. I mean, right now it all runs through me because we didn't have the CIA account set up yet, so it all runs through mine. But
I'm not on there, and I can go through. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. We buy something online every day. I mean, our groceries, like you said, the dog food, the baby stuff, medications, everything we buy online.
All right. Well, I'll send you both
$50 worth of stuff. It's free, so I mean, it's not worth it to go out to the store and buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, and guys, I mean, even more so now that I can't see very well enough to drive.
Right.
We're even buying more online. So.
Well, and the good thing is, it's not just if they buy physical stuff either. I mean, if they go through our link and sign up for Prime, we get a percentage of that. I mean, that's...
Really?
Yeah.
I have a Prime account, and it's fixing to have to renew, too.
And you can actually add that Prime account, and you can advertise Kindles on the readers part of the website and get stuff from that.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but we have definitely have looked at that and said, oh, we definitely need to do that. I mean, so yeah, I mean, any marketing kind of, let's get back to what we started on.
Marketing.
Yeah, any kind of marketing, basic marketing webinar that you would want to do, we'll use that. I mean, because that seems to be right now the biggest focus.
Biggest need, yeah.
The biggest questions anyway that the newer members of CIA have. Those of us that have been around for a while, we all pretty much know all of that stuff because we've already asked all those questions. But, I mean, because of the conference, we're getting 10, 15 people a day asking one group or another, and then they all ask the exact same questions over and over.
Over and over, because they're not reading what everybody else is writing.
Well, if you see any of the repeat questions, go ahead and tag me in them or email them to me. That way I can make sure I cover them while I'm setting that up.
I can definitely do that. So, by the same token, I'm keeping close watch on what's going on at the other CIA as well. The unofficial group.
The one that I left because I got mad.
Yeah, our copied group. They stole our name. I mean, we're trying to be real nice about it, but they basically stole our name. They knew we had the name up, and they did it anyway. And for some reason, Facebook let them have it, even though it's the exact same name. So there are two of us, and we lost a lot of members because they thought they got unsubscribed and then resubscribed and then realized they were subscribed to two, and they left the one with the least amount of people on it. So,
that's what happened to me. I just ended up in that slide, and she just added me.
Yeah.
I think she went through our group and just added.
She won't admit she did, but she did, because I got added.
She did too.
I got added too, and that's the only way I could have gotten added, because I don't join groups now. The network is.
She didn't add me, but somebody, I think it was Mary that told me about it, because she recommended it because of I was asking a question and she said that the answer was in that group.
Yeah, the thing they have done very well is that they have archived all of their old questions, and so when you ask a question that's already been asked, one of their moderators will send you straight to that archived question. So you get literally now almost a year's worth of conversation on that question. So, which
I think is actually overwhelming and not helpful at all.
I agree. A lot of it is
That was my take on that.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get off for a bit.
No, that's fine.
But Heather, thank you so much for helping us.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. And if you will set us up a webinar, I will work my tail off to get our email built up, okay?
No problem. I'm happy to help.
And I'm looking so forward to seeing you, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Bye, Heather.
Jen. Bye.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. So, yeah, and I will get the traffic wave set up this week and contact you, and then we'll set up a time to do a webinar. Just tell me what you want to do it on, and we'll start advertising it through that.
Okay.
And set that up for the first sign up. But, I mean, because the truth is, if we'd have done this 6 months ago when we started working on the conference and had everybody sign up that way for the conference, we would be so far ahead. Because I know in that email account, we have, over 100 people that have asked questions or signed up for one of the things conference related, whether it's for the conference itself, which aren't that many of those, but for info on the conference or for info on the contests that are associated with the conference. We would be so far ahead of this right now, that we could be following up with all of them. And instead, until you brought this idea to us, the basic ideas that we've got is, let's find more groups. Well, the truth is, writers groups, if you go and look at them, we're not really gaining that many new members by joining new groups, because we're all parts of all the same groups. So, I mean, yeah, we're putting the conference out more, but it's going out to the same 1,000 people over and over again. So, and we might gain one or two new people a month that way, but that's really all we're gaining. So, Jen had to leave. We're pretty much got everything basically worked out to get started. I'll set up our trafficwave.net account this week, and Heather will start working on figuring out what she wants to do for us for a webinar. Now, webinar-wise, who should we use to do those?
Honestly,
yeah.
We have been using just the Google Hangouts through. If you set it up through YouTube, you can make them private, and it records them for you.
Right.
And you can make the replays private as well. So that's what we've been doing, just because it's free, it works. No reason to make it any harder and pay hundreds of dollars when you're not really using it.
Right. Yeah, and our Hangouts through the network are recordable. I mean, we've already got that all set up. It's just
right. Yeah.
You know, I initiated this one from my private account. So, but
yeah, we do have one that we use through one of the Google CAI sites.
Yeah.
Now, I've never really looked into it. Can you set those up so people can only watch it if they have? I know you can do it with the link, but do they have a password thing yet set up for YouTube?
No.
No.
Just the link.
Just if you have the link, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which works.
One thing we do is you can also embed them onto a page on your website and then make that page password protected.
That's a good idea. That would do the same thing.
Yeah, we definitely have that capability already, especially if we use that as the first things we start doing on the Academy site that we just set up. So,
yeah.
I mean, we just set up an affiliate site that's Christian Indie Authors Academy, which is where we're going to put all the training from the conference and all of that. So, I mean, we've already been thinking this direction. It was just a matter of getting it. You know, do we start it before the conference? Do we start it after the conference? Never even considered the fact that we could use it to drive people to the conference. So,
right.
I mean,
there's so much that people don't know. Just simple little things. Like even Jen the other day when she did a free thing, she didn't realize that when she put her books free, they went free everywhere.
Yeah.
She thought she had to do a special free for UK.
Right.
And I mean, there's just so many things there's so much to learn. I mean, you can teach on any subject, and there's going to be somebody that goes, "Wow, I didn't know that." I don't care what it is. You're going to find some group of people that didn't have a clue.
Well, not only that, but it changes so much too. I mean, what worked last month may not work next month. I mean, there's, I mean, it's just like, and it kind of depends on, and that's one of the things we need to. Maybe you might want to mention in this webinar, if you do just basic stuff, is that what works for some people may not work for you. I mean, we just, not in our group. Well, not in our group, but in the other CIA group, there was a lady who just did ENT, and she was, I mean, her genre is so very, very small. She was just blown away because she had 100 people buy her book through ENT, and then I'm thinking 100, really? You're happy with 100? I mean, I did 1,000 and was upset because I only got 1,000.
Yeah. So, right. Everybody's in a different level, and it's kind of hard to teach to people when you've got so many different levels, and everybody's like, somebody's asking this little tiny question, and everybody else is like, "Sheesh, ain't you learned that yet?"
And the truth is, ENT works great if you're in some of those bigger genres, but if you're like me, and the stuff that we did on it was spiritual warfare stuff, which is not that big a genre as you would think it would be.
Target audience. I think
and it's not their target audience, exactly. And so, I mean, I really felt lucky to have done 1,000 until I saw, somebody else who did like 100,000 the same weekend, and I was like, no, wait.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I looked and realized, oh, well, your books are romance, and mine are nonfiction, spiritual warfare, one of the most, so doing 1,000 was great compared to, what I normally do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's all relevant to where you're at, what your book is, what your genre is, all that. It all plays a part.
And which place you choose too. I mean, ENT really does. It's more female fiction and romance fiction, and Whereas, even if I did my fiction books, they're not going to get as great a hit because they're Westerns, and Westerns typically aren't female-read books. They're male-read books, and, ENT is not the place to go with that, but I can go over to Western writers and readers and advertise my books and see, 8,000-9,000 people in a weekend. So,
Right.
Well,
it's like Smashwords didn't work for me. I pulled all my books from Smashwords but Mary, I mean, she gets lots of sales.
Mary does tons, yeah. But again, most of their books are nonfiction, teaching.
Right, exactly. It just depends on that's why marketing with us is so hard. You can't just say, okay, go do this.
Yeah, there is no one-size-fits-all marketing plan. That's why I tell people there's no one-size-fits-all. You've got to do what works for you and your book.
Exactly.
And you just kind of have to play with it to figure that out. But of course, when you tell people that, they think, oh, well, you just don't know, so you don't really want to help, or you want to keep it all for yourself. And we're like, no, it's not that. It's just,
there is no
one size fits all. If you want to know what works, find somebody who's writing in your genre and ask them what works.
Exactly. Okay. So when do you think we should have the webinar? And like a week from now, a month from now, 2 days from now, what? Well,
I definitely think getting the list set up is the priority. You have to have the list up and going before you can start advertising a webinar.
Okay.
So I would recommend getting that done, and then.
Yeah, tell us a good date for you, and I'll get everything else set up around that.
Well, is it really the last week in March?
It really is.
Oh, I know, it's so fast. I can't believe it. I'm like, it can't be March already. It's almost Easter.
Well,
it was just Christmas yesterday.
I agree.
My tree is still up. I'm sorry, but my tree, I just now took the tinsel off yesterday.
Well, just hang some Easter eggs on it, and
That's what my husband said. He said, just put some eggs on it and leave it, and then we'll put some flags on it,
Actually,
well, I'm going to say, do you think you can get the email list set up this week?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. As soon as we get done here, I'll start working on that. And I'll push Sam to get it up on the website this week, so we can at least start. And once we get it up, we can go to the groups and say, hey, sign up for our, to be part of the email list. Our people will sign up for that. It's just a matter of.
We could even do like a, I know there's different laws and rules about membership and how many members you can have and stuff like that. So we're going to have to kind of learn what those, numbers are. But we could start even saying like the first 10 people that signs up for the webinar gets like 2 years to CIA, because we are going to start having a membership and having a paid side. So we could, dangle that out there if we need to. Don't want to give anything away we don't have to, but if we need to, we can do something like that.
Well, we can, if nothing else, we can offer them a discount.
Right, exactly.
And we're not giving it away for free, but we're saying, hey, it's going to be this much a year, but if you sign up now.
Right.
Well, I would recommend holding that off until you actually have the membership program up and running, and then you could use it then. Say if you sign up, then you get a discount, but only offer that to the people on your mailing list. That's one of those things the mailing list is good for.
Yeah, we really, our initial idea was to bring that live at the conference, to make that one of the things that we announce at the conference during the awards banquet, is that we are, the next weekend we go live with the membership side of things. Okay. And, because we got a couple of other things that we were really excited about trying for our second conference, but we don't really want to announce them until we're at the first conference. So, we're actually going to offer next year, instead of just the Book of the Year contest, we're also offering a Screenwriting of the Year contest, and we're actually the top 3 winners. We're going to make mini 10-minute movies and show them at the next conference. So, but
neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's all stuff that Sam and I have talked about, the directions that we want to go in. It's just a matter of, we realized we might be kind of overwhelming people with all the changes if we brought them all out at the same time. So, we're kind of trying to space them and do a lot of them in connection with this first conference. Hey, yeah, this was the first step. Now look at the next two steps that we're taking.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we eventually like to move into anything and everything Christian indie, whether it be artists or painters, eventually. That's the big term goal, to try to just gradually move into all these different steps.
to be the place where all of those can meet together and, I mean,
Because we all need each other. I mean,
exactly.
we need
Definitely.
these new indies for our book trailer music, or we need their
Definitely.
pictures for our covers. So they all do connect, and in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps all of us. So, without us having to give away more money to people that we don't
Right,
need.
exactly. If you can get a Christian to edit your book and do your cover design and keep the money inside the Lord's house, so to say, it's just all the better.
Exactly.
Well, I'm thinking if you guys set up the email list this week, you need at least a week to market the webinar.
Right.
That would put us at Easter, right? Is that the first?
The week of the 5th? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because we wouldn't want to do it. Easter's on the 5th, right?
Yeah.
So
And you don't want to do it on Easter because...
Well, I was thinking usually Thursdays and Fridays are the best evenings for webinars. That's when you get the biggest turnout.
Gotcha.
For the live. But you're going to be using the replay too.
Right.
Is there a certain night of the week that works best for you guys? I can do any night but Wednesdays.
It usually just varies with me. I can usually, if I know in advance, I normally can set up any day, So, I mean, if you want to go with us like the 9th or the 10th, is that what you're sort of looking at there?
I think so. I'm going to be doing a lot of webinars in April to promote our challenge that I do with Shelly. However, I don't have any of them scheduled yet, so you guys, you can get the date now. We'll be good.
Yeah. And anytime you're doing our stuff, and you want to advertise your stuff, go for it. I'm all for helping each other out like that. So like even when you're doing the webinar for us at the ending, if you want to close and advertise everybody to your webinar, that's fine.
Definitely do that.
Well, if you guys sign up for affiliates for Shelly and I's website, we can get you an affiliate link, and I can use that on the webinar.
Okay.
So
okay.
That way you would earn money and we would earn money, and it would all go good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, we all need to remember too to push Darlene's link because that could be some real big money if anybody starts through her program. I think it's like she told us that we got so many it would be like $1,500 or something, and we keep forgetting about that. But we need to really push that for her 40-day publishing thing, because when people if they sign up through our link, we get some good dough out of that.
Yeah, send me a link to that link.
Okay. Yeah, it's on my list of affiliate programs that I was going to send you, so I've got that awesome. On there.
So what are you thinking, the 9th or the 10th?
The 9th or the 10th, either one would work, and I would recommend around, honestly, I would say 8 o'clock Central, if that's okay, because that's when my kids go to bed and my house is quiet, and you want a nice recording from that.
Understand.
Yeah, we definitely understand that around here. All you have to do is jump into any one of the conference hangouts to know how much we understand crazy household.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got that down.
Yeah. Well, let's say Friday. I think Friday's a great night.
Okay.
So that would be the 10th, right?
Yes.
What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I'm putting it in my to-do list as we speak here. So that way I don't forget it. And I actually do love it's called the to-do list. It is amazing. If you get the premium, you can leave notes for yourself. I don't know. It's the best thing since sliced bread. I love it.
Now you're saying 8 Central, which is 9 our time.
8
Where do you guys live?
We're both
Eastern
on the East
Kentucky.
Coast. She's in Kentucky and I'm in West Virginia.
Yeah, next week we're going to be at war with each other because our ball teams are playing each other.
So
okay, webinar Central, April the 10th.
Gotcha.
All right.
Marketing webinar, right?
When you set up the page for the newsletter on the website, make sure that you mention that they can watch the webinar if they sign up. That is my son. He wants me to come get him.
Is he sick?
Yes.
Oh.
He doesn't get sick. He just has a stomach ache. He's not running a fever. I'm making him wait. I do need to get off of here so I can go grab him.
Not a problem.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I'll send you information on the webinar either later today or tomorrow, and that way you guys can start advertising it.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Thanks for everything, Heather. This is great.
No problem. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a godsend, I tell you.
Yeah, she really is. And the fact that she's willing to do this is...
Yeah, because she's so good. She is.
Well,
she's just really... she's got it together.
And the truth is, she didn't say it this time, but she did tell me when she and I were talking that once we get this set up, she and Shelly would advertise it on their site too. So, I mean,
Well, I'm happy to do cross-promotion for anybody that will promote for us, No,
I agree. And, I was telling her, I don't have a problem with the things that we're doing. The problem is we're still reaching the same 1,000 people, even when we go to new groups. If you look at all the groups that we're in, almost every single one of them, we're all in them together. And we're the majority of the people there, so we're only really picking up 2 or 3 new people per new group, which, That's
one reason why I started that group that we really, sort of on the back burner right now. It's the Christian Indie Author Groups, and it's just where you come and you list your groups. Because I wanted to reach out, and because I know there's other groups out there that we ain't
No, I agree, and but the problem is, if you look at all the groups we've reached out to now, most of the membership are our members. I mean,
like the other Christian Indie Authors group, those other people. I mean, they stole half of our members. I mean, and they've really stolen them because there's been some of them that have even left our group, like Lynette Bonner. She's even left our group, and
Lynette's left our group. David left our group. David Bursland, was not a big loss, but I mean, in a way, it is a big loss. You don't
want to lose anybody. You don't want to lose anybody. You really don't.
Even the cantankerous ones.
I know.
Well, no, let me rephrase that. There are a few people that I don't mind that we've lost.
Well, I mean, Lynette Bonner, she's more. She wants to be trade. I mean, that's she does.
Exactly.
So I really believe that group is run by.
They are. There is no doubt in my mind that they are.
Who is them people?
ACFW.
Yeah, thank you. I can't never remember. They're so insignificant to me. I can't remember their name.
The only reason I remember is because they are so touted. I mean, as the experts. And, when you go to them about indie stuff, it's like they know less than we do. I mean, I still cannot believe the number of times a week that number, $4,000, gets thrown around on that other site. And I'm like, I have never paid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, the whole reason I didn't go with a certain publisher that other people have gotten sucked into was the fact that they wanted $4,000. I mean.
But like I said, I know there's groups out there that we haven't even seen their name yet, we need to get into because we need to pull them into our group or one of our groups. That's what helps us so much. And that's I've been working today on the marketing group. We get so many people in that group that are not in any of our other groups. And some of them we would want because some of them spam and run. But there are the ones, like this lady today, she sent me a message and said, can I advertise my cover? I'm a cover artist. Can I advertise that? And, is that okay? That's the kind of people you want. The people that ask and pay attention.
because that means if a question comes
care
up,
what they do.
Yep. Well, not only that, but that means they care enough that if they're in one of our other groups and somebody asks a question, they're going to, even if in the back of their mind it's so that, like, if she's in the cover group, even in the back of her mind, if it's, oh, well, if I help them, they'll see how good I am, and use me for a cover, you know, that's still better than the people who
half of the people that I get to make covers for, it's come from because I tossed something together really quick and showed them, and they were like, "Oh wow!" Instead of just giving them a tip here or there, just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I just can't help myself here. I had to make this to show you what I'm thinking about visually for you."
Right.
And that can really.
And I almost purchased a cover that way. I mean, that she's not very active in our group now, but that Tara girl, when Redeeming Reputation was coming out, I mean, the cover was all wrong, but it was so visually stunning that,
Yeah, exactly.
But
then she wanted like $150 or something, which was ridiculous.
For just the ebook cover. I mean, it was for just the ebook cover. If I wanted everything else, it was like $500, and I was like,
And she's wasted that. It's still on her site for sale.
I know.
I mean, she could have made like $40, $50 off of you, made a customer, and went on.
Exactly.
People charge way too much. That's why I told my aunt the other day she wants to get into editing and writing blurbs for people. And I told her, she needs extra money.
Right.
I said, if you could do like 5 or 6 a month, that's $60 at $10 a whack. People can afford $10 a whack. They can't afford $40 a whack. So you put it to where you can afford to do it time-wise.
Well, the truth is, the most of our group those that don't use editors because they're asking $500 to $1,000 a book, and it's like, I mean, that's the reason why I use Natalie.
Right, they can't afford it.
Natalie is not the best editor. She really isn't, but she is at least conscientious in what she does, and she's reasonable. I mean,
exactly.
She wouldn't even.
And I figure. Go ahead.
She wouldn't even let me pay for the plan because I had paid her for 3 other edits already, and then Lainey got sick, and I told her not to worry about it. I had every intention of paying her for the plan, and she was like, "No, you've already paid for 3 edits," and I was like, "No, I paid for these 3 edits, which I let you out of."
Right.
I mean, I had the money at the time. I would have donated it to your daughter's fund anyway. So
exactly.
But
no, it's just people just charge too. I mean, that's why. I charge Lisa Grace more because I know she can afford it, and because she's nitpicky. She sends a cover to me like 5 or 6 times. Oh, change this, change this, change this, change this. If I can do a cover in 10 to 30 minutes, $25 is a wonderful price for me and for them.
Yeah,
and I don't mind doing that. If I know they can afford more, and that's why I'm doing Carol. I paid her like $100 last time. This time I'm making a little more, so I'm gonna pay her $125.
Right.
And I told her, as I grow, if you'll stick with me, I'll pay you more.
Well, that's what
I can afford to pay.
She's one of the two. I mean, I use her and I use Nat, and that's really the only people that I use. I mean, I tried to use Mary, but Mary was
too busy.
Well, no, it's not even that. She was too demanding. I mean, it wasn't like, do that. She literally, she asked to do Redeeming Reputation for free. And I thought, awesome. Well, then she literally went through and rewrote 3/4 of the book.
Yeah. I remember that. She changed your POV, right?
Yeah. Exactly. She changed it from omniscient to third person, and really was offended when I said I'm not going to use that because this is, Westerns are written in this POV.
Exactly.
I mean,
they really need to be because you have to see so many different sides all at once.
Exactly.
And you got to jump from one person's head, and you need to know on the outskirts of town this evening. You need to know that.
Exactly. I mean, you need to know why the bad guy is as bad as he is, and why he's doing the things that he's doing. Yeah. And if you can't be in his head, you don't know that. And
right, exactly.
Sometimes you need to know
so you have to.
while they're standing there facing each other. I mean, that was
right. Exactly. You need to jump from one person to the other in the same scene. You can't. You don't have time to do his
exactly.
POV and then jump over and do his POV, and then you might need to know Martha what she's thinking over there, and oh, Johnny's about to die.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and
It's just
that was the one
unusual.
that really got me, was we were in the middle of that big shootout in the first one between Bart and Nathan, and of course Nathan's love interest is on the sidelines because he forced her to come, even though she didn't want to go, because he told her this isn't going to go down the way you want it, and you wanted to see how it was playing out in each of their heads, and yet she wanted to change it all to just Nathan's point of view, and I was like, well, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work.
Right.
So, and
I like the way Carol works. She'll come to you like yesterday. She said, I really hate to tell you this, but you need to rewrite chapter 1. She says you need,
right.
She says too much telling, and I was like, yeah, you're right.
She's like that, Nat's like that. That's the reason why. Usually I use Carol for my nonfiction stuff and Nat for my fiction stuff. And the truth is, they both work a lot alike in that, they're not. Neither of them are perfect. No, there's no editor that's perfect.
No.
I mean.
But Carol's as close as I've come.
Well, I will agree with you. Carol was very. I mean, she did the first 2 spiritual warfare books, and she was very. I mean, they had already been edited twice when she got them, but I knew they needed one more. I mean, I knew they did. I had found stuff, and if I'm finding it, it needs done. Yeah,
that's the way she did Reasonable Service. It had been edited, but it needed some more stuff. And she her and Nat both, they notice stuff that nobody else knows. She'll go like, I don't understand this scene. Who's talking?
Right.
Nat, stuff like, she just catches so much stuff.
Nat did that with the plan.
Nat did that yeah.
She'll
say, why is she sticking her hand in the cookie jar? She's like, I know, like a page later, but.
I was telling one story, one of my let me give you an example stories, and he appeared in the same sentence 4 times talking about 2 different guys, and she was like, I'm really confused as to which guy is doing what. And I was like, when I sat down and looked at it, not as the guy telling the story who was there, but as a reader, I was like, oh, you're right. This really would be kind of confusing.
It's hard to catch all that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to catch all that when you're what's going on, who's talking, so It's hard to catch those kind of mistakes, from the author's point of view.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just hard to catch it.
And it's even harder when they're real, true life stories that actually happened that you were there and part of.
Right.
Because you see that when you're talking about them or even writing about them, you see them as you saw them. So, you don't realize that you've said, and he said to him that they should both, and by the end of it, people are going, who said what to whom and why?
Yeah, and you, like you said, what you're talking about, but it's not coming off clear.
Well,
and that's why I did the first scene of my book. I have the girl, and it's all her inner thoughts. And she said you need to put in a throwaway character in her. She needs to be talking to somebody. Somebody needs to be there with her. She says, I don't care if you don't mention her anywhere else in the book. She said she's got to be there because there's too much inner dialogue. And so last night I started working on it. But like I said, she said I hope I don't make you mad. And I'm like, no. I said, tell me if it sucks.
That's what I'm paying you for. Yeah, that's what and she is so sweet. She is like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to offend you because I think, more than anything, she's scared to death she's going to lose writers by doing that. But I've told her over and over again, and I guess because she's lost a few writers, and we both know one of them. Who we both tried to help, and who finally, I don't know who finally got through to her, but obviously somebody did, because she's doing a whole lot better than she used to.
Yeah.
God love her little heart.
That's one of those that we, maybe they'll just go to the other CIA and stay there.
But now I'm really glad that she didn't, because I mean she's actually helping people and giving them good advice, which surprises me.
Yeah.
Leaving?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm actually
Be
shocked.
good boy. Okay. I see you later. They're all leaving me. So, well, the little one had shots today. So. Grandma's not coming. Oh. Bye-bye. You be good boy for mommy. Bye-bye. I see you later.
Bye.
I see you later. Bye-bye. You got your jacket on? Get your book bag. Bye-bye. I see you next time. Yeah. Go home and eat more candy. Okay. Get you tomorrow after school.
I hear him saying, "I see you later. I see you later."
Trying to get us to go with them.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
They,
I'm sure.
Well, he spent the night with us Saturday night, and it's so hilarious. He hates school, and it's part of his autism thing. We can't figure out why he doesn't like it, because his new teacher is wonderful. I mean, she understands autism. She works with him great. Her helper has experience with autistic kids too, and they're just awesome with him. But he still gets there every morning and starts crying, and he tells us constantly he don't want to go. Well, Sunday he spent the night with the Saturday night, so we're at church Sunday morning, and we're all splitting up after church is over, and he's telling his mommy he needs to come and spend the night with us again because we would miss him.
That's so cute.
And part of it is, of course, that they lived with us the first years of his life, so
they're still in denial of that.
He calls us. It's like now they'll leave now. It'll take them about an hour to get home, and I guarantee you, sometime before the night, he'll call us and tell us how much he misses us.
Yeah.
So, and when can he have another grandma and grandpa day? And it's like they're here almost every day anyway, after school for while they're waiting to go home. Yeah. So for the next bus or whatever. So, or for mommy to rest up enough to walk up the hill they live, because they live at the top of a mountain. So,
yeah, she needs a golf cart or something. Something to go back and forth between your house and her house.
Pretty much, we just need one of those zip lines.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, hey, I got to go do some
me too.
Trucking business here and send in some in and out times, and then call Mom. She's out the store, make sure she's getting everything she's supposed to.
Understood. And I'll work on that traffic wave thing tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah. I will be online, I'm sure, later. But anytime you get anything that you want up on the site, just shoot it to me, and because I need to get on there and do some more work with getting some more of these authors on and get some of those pages.
Yeah, I need to work on I'm going to work on the bookstore some this evening too, and start. I'm starting to put together an actual authorized authors page.
Okay.
That we can reference anytime we're on the readers group. So if you're looking for something to read.
Everybody that's authorized to be on there, and if you notice, everybody has pretty much agreed that if for our select people that we choose, we can drop the blurb inside and just go with the HTML.
Right.
But I don't want to just open that to everybody. I want to contact people personally.
And it's different if they have a legitimate concern, like I'm scared Amazon's going to boot me. All right, well, it's a ridiculous concern, but I understand that it is a legitimate concern.
Yeah, and then you get and I think that's a lot of Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
I mean,
no, I know it is, because somebody.
I could not talk her into going back and changing that last book. I tried and tried. I'm like, people are going to love this cover.
I even offered to do in case she wasn't doing her own
Right.
formatting. I
Formatting,
even
yeah.
offered to do the formatting for her, and she was just
Yeah.
like, no, you know.
Yeah.
And
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she's afraid that she'll mess it
no,
up and
well,
something.
she's in that other group too, and they're telling them that anything like that
Yeah. Yeah.
would get them
Yeah. A lot of
booted,
people.
and it's like, no, it won't. Trust me, there's enough. We have enough authorized authors with enough book. I mean, if Kimberly Ray Jordan can get by with it
Oh, good grief! Yeah.
in
Yeah.
13 different books,
Yeah.
if Mary can get by with it in 550 or whatever it is that she and
Yeah.
Michael have now,
Exactly. Yeah.
you're not going
No.
to get booted for this.
As
Yeah,
long as you're not, as now, if
oh,
you had a link in there to like Smashwords or like some other vendor,
or
they
Nook.
might care.
Yeah. Well, they're more worried about things like Nook and
Yeah.
iBooks and people they're
Yeah.
in direct competition with than they are. That's fine.
Yeah. But anyway, it seemed like everybody had looked at it and agreed that for select people, if we
Yeah.
wanted to knock
No, I
out
and
the
I
blurb
agree
and just
with
have
that. I
them,
think that's perfectly fine. If they
I
have a
just don't want to
legitimate
open it up and say,
right.
"Hey, everybody," and have like 500 people want to join at once. I
Well,
want to just start with select authors
and the
that we
truth
know that
is,
we like.
how many of them do we have that are in the portal group that don't even listen to the fact that this is not the place to do that? I mean,
I
how many
know.
times have you had to tell the same
Yeah.
six authors
Yeah.
about the same six books? I mean, it
Yeah.
would even be different if it was
Exactly.
different books, but it's the same
Yeah,
book
but no, it's the same
over
books
and
over and
over.
over. And I'll be honest, if it
And
wasn't
they'll
for the
come on and
conference,
say,
I would have
yeah,
done deleted there. But
well, and they'll come on and say, okay,
but
I understand. And 2 hours later, they're doing it again. And you're like,
yeah, post it again. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to you later,
all
hun.
right,
This is
yeah,
Maul.
yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.